I would like to show you a new application called Starry Sky Stacker. Starry Sky Stacker is similar to Starry Landscape Stacker, but it's intended for images that only have a sky in them. It works best with images that are taken with a tracking mount so that the camera and the lens track the sky, but it could be used in other situations as well. So I don't have any images without any landscape in them. I have some test images for Starry Landscape Stacker, and that's what I'm going to use here to demonstrate it. I'm going to start by selecting 3 dark frames and 3 light frames, and I'll say to open those. Starry Sky Stacker loads those in and tries to classify the frames as light and dark automatically, and it has successfully done that, but it is not entirely sure because the light frames are quite dark, and so it's asking me to verify it. You can see here also that Starry Sky Stacker allows you to supply a flat frame. One of the other things Starry Sky Stacker can do, just like Starry Landscape Stacker, it can make a master flat frame. So I could have given it a bunch of flats and a bunch of darks and produced a master flat frame, so I could include a master flat frame with my darks and lights. But for now I'm just going to work with 3 darks, 3 lights, and that's good. It's correctly classified them, and I'll say continue. And my image is loaded. Now we're at the only step that you have to do any manual work here, and that is to specify the maximum amount that the images will be moved by in order to align them. And you do that with this slider. So if you're using a tracker and you believe that that tracker is perfect, then you could set the slider all the way over and no alignment will happen. But in this image, there is considerable movement, and you can see some over here in the upper corner here. Let's zoom in so we can see that better. These stars are pretty stretched out. So let's set our size here. And what we want to do is adjust the size of this circle so the streak of the star is inside the circle. We can make the circle bigger, but if we make it too big, we'll be wasting time. If we make it too small, and here we'll make it too small, if we make it small like that, then we're going to have a problem with the alignment. So we want the circle to be big enough to enclose the longest streak that we have, and not much more than that. I've been adjusting it with the square bracket keys on the keyboard, but you can also, of course, adjust it with the slider here. So that looks good, and I'm going to say align and save. Okay, and we're done. Let me just mark this because I'm putting it with my Starry Landscape Stacker test stuff that I've say that I've made this with Starry Sky Stacker. I can save that, zoom back out, and there's our image. Let me show you one more thing here. Let's jump out of here and show what happens when you work with flat frames. So I'll grab 3 flats and 3 darks and make a master flat frame. So it's reading in our 6 images. It's noticed that they are flat field frames and dark frames, and it's going to generate a master flat frame that I could then include when I'm processing my sky images. I'm not going to bother saving this. Okay, and we're done.